Accepting power. August 24, 2014. Empowerment, personal sovereignty, self-love, all these are current buzzwords among those who are in the process of revealing truth to a people who have starved on lies for centuries. Yet, what is power, truly? Is it giving yourself permission to beat other people down by your sense of self-importance or superiority? Hardly. Yet this is how many people use and abuse power in our world. Power is given by the authority within each man, or woman, or child, to live free. And long has that individual power been denied, reviled and suppressed by the powers that were. Lies were invented to strip power and personal sovereignty away from those who were deemed by someone in authority who deemed them as being different or less than human. In other words, these lies were invented by those who claim that authority to act in lieu of the divinity that exists within every body, whether they be human, animal, plant or rock. And they did whatever they pleased, using their self-defined right as an excuse. How could these self-appointed authorities get away with this manipulation? Through their knowledge and misuse of cosmic laws, laws that they carefully kept hidden from the populace, those whom they ruled over as their self-defined divine right. That misused power is now being systematically stripped away from the usurpers of the divine right of all living creatures to exist freely and without prejudice in this world. Why has it taken so long for this transformation to take place? Well, to understand that is to understand many things, some things that are presently beyond the capability of the human mind to comprehend right now. There were reasons why this seeming injustice was allowed to continue. And one reason was simply for the experience of living under conditions that do not exist on ascended planets and have not for hundreds of thousands of years. Another was the turn of cycles that exist beyond the boundaries of this world, and define all endings and beginnings. A new cycle is opening, which means new opportunities are arising for those who would be free. Many souls come here to grow and experience, to develop in their souls understanding and compassion, at a much quicker pace than is presently possible in their home worlds or in the dimensions of light that exist beyond all need for material existence. Souls who were on the journey to become creator gods often come into physical existence, as it is only then that one can truly internalize the lessons that are encountered. One cannot do this by listening to a lecture or reading a book, however pleasurable the experience might be, for a few moments. One learns by walking the path and stumbling upon it from time to time. To regain one's power of self-determination is also to accept the responsibility that goes along with the power that is your right. Responsibility is the acknowledgement that having power does not give you the right to have power over others, but to work in cooperation with them. This is how all true masters work together, as one unified being, which in truth they are. As the people here become self-empowered and regain their sense of personal sovereignty, they will begin to reach out and embrace others, for that is the true nature of humanity, one that has been suppressed by false teachings and beaten down by the misuse of personal and state power. To become self-empowered, one must first be willing to let go of the need to be a victim, whether of circumstance, of the abuses of others, of whatever calamity you can imagine. You need to let go of the hold that the vicious circle of victim-perpetrator has over your spirit. In other words, you need to let go of all fear. Many men and women fear what will happen if they step out of their comfort zone, even if that zone of comfort is many sizes too small for their spirit. Fear of the unknown has been highly inculcated within the psyche of man for centuries. It is hard to step through that fear, but it can be done. Many fear what others will think of them once they have passed the point of no return, no returning back to the conditioned state within which you have once experienced what passes for living in this confused world. Yet, once they step across that imaginary line, they begin to taste what true freedom is really like. With freedom comes responsibility, another thing that people are unwilling to take upon themselves, as many times they have consciously or unconsciously ceded their rights and their self-will for that of others, whether in their own family, in places or offices of authority, as mentors, professionals, and the rich and powerful, some of whom think that they are better than everyone else around them simply because they own more material possessions and land, and currently wield more power than the average man or woman. There are those people who truly feel that they deserve more than others. Whether or not their belief is based on reality, it is their truth, despite the fact that it infringes on the rights and power of others. Because they truly believe in their truth, the universe has supported them in that belief until now. This selfishness, and that's all it is in truth, is based on fear, as well. It is the primal fear of being nothing at all when all is finally stripped away from oneself, the fear of the truly lost. This fear stems from the denial of divinity within oneself, and the denial of the divinity within others. When these lost ones see a person whose light shines, it drives them crazy with a madness that emanates from the deeply suppressed fear of their own divinity. They strike out and in past centuries have succeeded in suppressing and even temporarily destroying these lighted ones. I say temporarily as these same lighted ones spring up like dandelions in a well-kept lawn. Poison them, pull them up by the root, and still they pop up like daisies in a spring rain. For these lighted ones are the light bearers of the planet. Some have been sent here. Others have volunteered. They are here for a reason, and that is to act as way-showers. The way-showers are simply to live the life of one who's self-empowered and free to be himself or herself, as one who honors the divinity within all living creatures, within the living flesh of the planet, within the stars in the heavens, and within themselves. We have been sent by Spirit to aid with the birth of humanity as it transforms itself into a race of great creative and intuitive powers. We have been the midwives, the teachers, the priests and priestesses, the kings and queens, the warriors and the humble artisans who created great works of art and culture for the people. We have lived long among you, as humans, to enable you to reach the point where you could finally graduate to being an adult, not just one in years, but one in wisdom and understanding. This wisdom and understanding has come to you through the ages that your soul has lived here, suffering at the hands of the powerful and acting, in turn, as perpetrator of abuses to others, all in the name of experience. Until you walk in the shoes of another, you cannot understand them. Yet, as you gain in wisdom, your heart and then your higher mind open, and then come the revelations. You have lived as another, many, many times. And when you know this, as written in words of fire upon your own heart, you truly understand and begin to have compassion for yourself and for all the other beings with whom you share your world. This understanding comes at a great price. You begin to understand the true power that exists in love. It is as soft as a feather and as bright as an exploding star. Within love is all things, and all things exist within love. Love is power. Balanced power is love. Power that allows others to live freely, within self-determined and self-acknowledged boundaries, is love. It is also respect of the divinity that exists within all beings, whether they walk on 2 legs, 4, or fly, swim, or wiggle upon the earth. Those who truly love understand this and do not need to be taught this wisdom, for it is written upon their hearts and within their flesh. Love does not coddle or dismiss responsibility. There is a balance to retain. Cycles flow and seasons change, and we flow with them, or become as stubborn as rocks. Even rocks break upon the onset of wind, sun, and water, the other elements who naturally seek balance that exists within all nature. Flow like the water, swim like the dolphins, run like the horse, laugh like a child, and feel the power that wells up from your center. It is love of life. It is life in love with living. It is you. There is so much to enjoy in this world. Allow joy to be in you, and expressed through your gratitude for being here, alive and able to breathe the sweet breath of freedom that is being carried upon the cosmic winds that are now sweeping across the earth. Accept the freedom that these winds bring to thee, dear ones. Move into that long-denied power and beauty. Be the one who is willing to express freely what you are experiencing within, and step into your new self-created collective existence that is the new earth. It awaits the laughter of children and the footprints of the brave who have walked through the valley of darkness and emerged, free of fear, and with their hearts filled with gratitude and forgiveness. We are there, already, waiting for you, dear ones, to greet you in the new dawn. We are the angels, and with Lady Tezjima, we greet you one and all. Namaste. Channeled by Tezjima Amaria Kumara Vakup. www.bluedragonjournal.com